Seville isn't just a historic city, it's a movie set, a palace of kings, and a place where legends come alive. Game of Thrones filmed in its palaces, Star Wars used its plazas, and some say Christopher Columbus still rests within its walls. Let me take you on a journey through the real and unreal Seville. My first stop was Seville Cathedral, the largest Gothic cathedral in the world and the third largest church on earth. To put it into perspective, it covers more ground than a football field and rises higher than a 12-story building. It was built on the site of a 12th century mosque, and if you look carefully, traces of that past still remain. The orange tree courtyard and of course the great Giralda Tower, which was once the mosque's minaret. When construction began in the 1400s, the city council boldly declared, "Let's build a church so grand that future generations will think we were mad." And they weren't exaggerating. It took over a century to complete. Inside, the scale is overwhelming. Towering ribbed vaults that feel like stone forests, gold-covered altars glittering in candlelight, and chapels tucked away like hidden worlds. The high altar alone is said to have more gold than many royal treasuries. This cathedral isn't just about faith, it's about power. During Spain's Golden Age, when wealth from the Americas poured in, Seville wanted to show the world its dominance, and this cathedral was its statement, a monument not just to God, but to ambition. Inside the cathedral lies the tomb of Christopher Columbus. 4 statues carry his coffin, representing the old kingdoms of Spain. But here's the mystery. Some scientists claim part of him rests here, while others say his remains are in the Dominican Republic. The debate has never been settled. Columbus's remains were moved multiple times across continents before ending up here. Next, I climbed the Giralda bell tower. Here's the twist. Instead of stairs, it has ramps. Why? So the muezzin, centuries ago, could ride a horse to the top to call the faithful to prayer. After 35 ramps, I reached the top.
So this is a floor number 33, and going up to 34, and then 17 steps, 34. Hola.
And the view of Seville's rooftops, river, and plazas was breathtaking. Then I stepped into the royal Alcázar, a palace straight out of a storybook. Intricate Moorish tiles, carved arches, courtyards, and endless gardens filled with fountains and orange trees. And get this, Spanish royalty still stays here when visiting Seville. It's not just a museum, it's a living palace. Game of Thrones fans might recognize it. This was the set for the Kingdom of Dorne. My next stop was Seville University, but it wasn't always a school. It was once the Royal Tobacco Factory, one of the largest in Europe. If you've heard of the opera Carmen about a fiery tobacco worker, this is where her story was inspired. Thousands of cigars once rolled out of this building every day. Then I arrived at Plaza de España, a masterpiece built for the 1929 World Expo. Its shape is a half moon, symbolizing Spain embracing its former colonies across the Atlantic. Each Spanish province has its own tiled alcove along the walls, a colorful tour of the entire country in one place. Movie lovers, this plaza appeared in Star Wars: Attack of the Clones as Planet Naboo. And then Seville's heartbeat, Flamenco. Right there in Plaza de España, a small group of dancers set the square on fire. Flamenco isn't just a dance, it's raw emotion, born from centuries of Andalusian tradition. UNESCO even declared it a cultural treasure of humanity. Flamenco was influenced by Romani, Moorish, Jewish, and Andalusian cultures blending together. Later, I took a boat trip on the Guadalquivir River, once the lifeline of Spain's empire. From here, Columbus and Magellan set sail on their journeys of discovery. I floated past the Torre del Oro, the Golden Tower, once covered with golden tiles that sparkled in the sun, guarding the city's riches.
It's called the New York Pier. It's called like that because in the year 1950, the boats they used to go from here all the way to New York.
In the 16th century, Seville became Europe's richest city because all trade with the Americas flowed up this river. And finally, night fell. I wandered back to the Cathedral and the Giralda Tower. By day, they're impressive. By night, they're magical. Golden lights lit up the stones, narrow streets echoed with distant guitar music, and the smell of orange blossoms filled the air. Seville at night feels like walking in a dream. Orange trees line Seville's streets, but their bitter fruit isn't eaten. It's used to make marmalade exported to Britain and perfumes sold worldwide. Seville isn't just history. It's alive in movies, in music, in legends, and in every step you take here. Would you explore Seville's secrets yourself? Which would you visit first? The Game of Thrones Palace, the Star Wars Plaza, or the world's largest Gothic cathedral? Comment below.